Hey Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to my channel. This is your November full month astrology forecast. So before we jump into your sign individually, I just want to let you know that for the month of November, we do have a full moon in Taurus occurring on November 5th. We have a new moon in Scorpio occurring on November 19th. And for those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, that is occurring on November 27th. So stay tuned and we will jump into your sign individually and take a look at your month ahead. Welcome, Scorpio friends. If your sun, moon, or rising falls in the sign of Scorpio, then this is your reading. So we're going to take a look at your November forecast and see what's going on in your energy. So the first card that came out for you, we have 11, which is fitting because 11 is the number of the month of November. We have emotional desert and inactivity and isolation. Interesting. So during the month of November, you may actually be isolated. Maybe you're being shown something. Maybe you are being isolated so that you can dig into your feelings, your emotions, or maybe the lack of emotions. Whatever this is, just know that you may be isolated a little bit during the month of November. All right. Which this next card begs to differ. We have soul happy rekindle connection. Your soul is longing to reconnect with something or someone. Have you drifted away from a meaningful connection? Take the initiative to rekindle this relationship or experience as it may bring you deep joy. This card keeps coming out in everyone's reading, and I swear I'm shuffling between them. So isolated so that you can rekindle something, maybe that's what this is all about. But it feels like November is like big for everybody for that, which is great. The next one that came out is unmasking truth. The eye sees only what the mind is prepared to know. So this is self-examination and revelation. That could have to do with why you're being isolated, Maybe there is some truth that's being unveiled to you and it's causing you either a revelation or some sort of self-examination, okay? Maybe you wear glasses. Maybe you know somebody else who wears glasses. So there's also little butterflies in the imagery there. So that's beautiful there. And then the last card that came out here is Castle. It's time for healing, not war. So some things may be crumbling, We have here a very dusty, dry environment. We also hear of a very dusty and dry environment. Now, I'm seeing more like this is like a tower moment, okay? So like things are crumbling. And it's going to leave you in this inactivity and isolation, self-examination period, right? So just remember that the eye sees only what the mind is prepared to know. And the interesting thing about that is that, this may be a deep truth that is uncovered to you and it shakes you to your core to the point of you needing to rebuild something from scratch. Maybe you are leaving a relationship, Maybe you are reconnecting with someone from your soul tribe. It doesn't have to be love related. It could be a soul rekindling, like a platonic love situation. This could also be you just remembering something that you used to do as a child. But there's something that your soul is longing to reconnect with. So fill in the blank for you. Whatever that is for you, that's what that is. And as far as the unmasking of the truth, like I said, there's something that's going to come to light for you, and it may just completely alter who I'm getting like self-image. Maybe you thought your core frequency, your core person was this, and something shakes the truth of what you thought was reality out there. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, I had this belief system that I basically built my entire persona on, and now I found out that that's not even true, and so I need to do some self-examining. Okay? All right, let's get into the tarot. Tell me more about this reading, please, for my Scorpio friends for November. What do you have? The Seven of Cups. Okay, that could be illusions. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, with the unmasking truth. Could also be just having a lot of options. But I'm getting more illusions. Six of Cups. That could be that happy soul connection rekindling with someone from your past. And again, that might be your inner child. Time for healing. Maybe your inner child is what you're reconnecting with. High Priestess. Love that. The Fool. Yeah, I already got that you're going to be building from scratch something, and the Fool card is here to confirm that. All right, one fell on the floor. I had the Six of Swords in reverse. Eight of Swords at the bottom. I wonder if something was shown to you at some point and you didn't believe it before. Like, it's giving me red flags, right? Maybe somebody unveiled something about themselves and then like a mask slipped and they talked their way out of it and led you to believe that what you saw was not really what you saw, and so you didn't move away from it. Because Six of Swords in the upright is about moving away from something. But if you didn't move away from it, you stayed. And I'm getting that it's because you were led to believe, like, man, whatever this was had you doubting yourself and your intuition. And this situation, whatever this is, did not want you to leave. And they convinced you to stay and put some sort of veil and illusion over you. Maybe it was to keep you disconnected from your inner self, your inner child. But this situation was not a loving situation. There was no love here. Again, dry, desolate. Lots of illusions. Wow. Like, let's paint a picture here. We have crumbling buildings, dry, dusty. You can't breathe there. Desert, nothing to drink, nothing to replenish you. Inactivity, isolation. Illusions. Not getting away. Masks. Oh man. I'm getting that you were shown something. But again, I keep being drawn to this. The eye sees only what the mind is prepared to know. Your mind couldn't wrap around whatever this was. What this is giving me is like your childhood hero, and you've always looked up to them, and they've always been your hero. And then like one day you find out that they're a horrible person and that they've done horrible things. And you're like, I can't believe it. Like, I just can't believe it. And so your mind couldn't fully grasp whatever this was. But the mask slipped. At least once with whatever the situation was. Something was unveiled, some truth was unmasked to you, and you were taught to doubt your intuition. And you stayed for whatever reason. Because again, it feels like a trail of lies. That's what I'm getting with this. So it was like somebody had you believing some version of them to save face. All right, we're gonna keep going here because, man, this shook your world. And if this has not happened to you yet, again, this is a November reading. Here it is. It's on the table. Tell me more, please, about this situation. Tell me more. Speak up. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so that you can move on and be happy. Throat chakra. Maybe you saw something and you were sworn to secrecy. Again, about some kind of illusion. And maybe that's why they kept you around, because they knew that if you would have left, you would have told. Man, I don't know what this is, but oof. All right, hustling, making it rain, focused on the money, getting it. Maybe it involved like a money scam. Now we have into you, great chemistry, vibes, positive, okay. Oh man. Was this a relationship? Like, it feels like someone tricked you into believing they were really, really, really into you to keep you to stay. And again, maybe you knew their secrets and they didn't want you to speak up, so they just like tried to keep you stuck here. We have unfazed. I'm hearing that you're going like it or not. Wow, Scorpio. You got involved, like this is giving me scandal. All right. So we have F being nice. Be nice, but not too nice. Not everyone deserves your kindness. Did this person like really have you believing something that you, again, now you're like to the point of, I am so shook, I don't even know where to go from here. Like, do I speak up about this? The best piece of advice that Spirit's going to give you here is to use your discernment and to trust your intuition. You know when it's time to go, where it's time to go. And it's time to rebuild. Wow. Okay. So the next card that I pulled out for you is from the Oracle of Shadows and Light. And we have this card, the Mildew Fairy, which is cleanup time. Yes. It feels so much that there's like this giant thing that happened in your life, like almost like a tornado came through and now you're just left to pick up the pieces. All right, let's read this book. Think of ways to decrease stagnant moisture, which are stuck emotions, and increase airflow, which is fresh thinking, in your home and environment. When the Mildew Fairy comes to pay a visit, it's likely things are a little stagnant. a little over emotional, and that fresh new air and thoughts need to be brought in to clear the situation up. She can mean a fresh way of thinking, or a fresh point of view, or a release of emotions that could be pooling in one area. Her appearance never means covering up. It means working with the environment that you find yourself within. Like the mildew fairy said, a little of her can be medicine, and a great deal of her can be maddening. Where she turns up will tell you lots about what needs a fresh new approach in your life. And if she is inside lurking in cupboards or in the bathroom instead of decorating pebbles by a pond, you know that the presence of unhealthful energy needs to be addressed, not rationalized and excused, and never ignored. Wow. All right. So maybe that's what this is. For whoever this was that was kind of putting this mask on in your life, maybe you made excuses for them. Maybe you helped them cover something up. Maybe you rationalized something. Yeah. So, again, this is going to be so different for so many people out there. But some things are being destroyed in your world right now. Illusions are being shattered. Truths are coming out. It is a time for healing right now, and emotions are going to be strong. And it's because you've been made to feel emotionless for some time, okay? So reconnect with your inner child. There may be a rekindling of some soul connection from your past here that shows up this month to remind you how to be back in your feelings and to put some... Again, it's such a funny thing because, again, mildew is moisture. And then we have all this dry, desolate land, right? It's like you need more moisture in your world. And that may not make sense to all of you, and that's okay. I speak in metaphors a lot. So it looks like you're getting help to bring some moisture back into your world. But if there's been areas in your life where there's been too much moisture, that may be also something else that you need to address at this time. Oh, yeah. So this has been a crazy reading, Scorpio. All right. So I hope it resonated with you. If it did, wonderful. Give it a like, share, and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. And if it didn't, that's okay. It's not your reading then. Don't force it to fit. All right? But I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Take care, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.